All right, guys, can everybody hear me? Let me know in the chat if you can actually hear me on this. Um, Sad day, man. Very, very sad day. Day started off good for me. Went to the gym. Went to my stretch therapist. Came back. Shot some videos, and then Rhodes called me and he tells me that Charlie Kirk got shot. And I was thinking, all right, is he okay? Then we saw a video clip of him getting shot, and it wasn't the best quality, and it was only 7 seconds. And the person, whoever had their cell phone, everybody started running. That's really what it was. So I wasn't exactly sure where he got shot, but we found out he was in a hospital. And I was thinking, all right, looking at the video, I was like, where did he actually get shot at? I was thinking maybe he got shot in the shoulder, other side of the chest. And then probably about an hour later, we saw a video clip of him getting shot. It was so horrific, my stomach turned. Folks, I actually had to get out the house. I had to get out the house, man. I was like, what is going on? What is going on? And word has now come down that Charlie Kirk now has passed away at the very young age of 31. He got shot in the neck. And folks, that blood was gushing out. Word came out that he was unstable. He's alive at the hospital, but he succumbed to his injuries. Is Rhodes going to be on the stream? Rhodes is not on the stream. I got off the phone with him. I mean, he is sick to his stomach over this. He need to get out the house. That's the same thing I did. He's actually he just left and got in his truck and drove. So maybe he'll actually be back on. I don't know. I mean, folks, I couldn't concentrate. I was just on X and looking at updates. I was watching Jeremy going live and watching his live stream, and then news came down that he had died. Wasn't official. It really kind of took a while, folks. A really, really long time to actually get the word out. The word out that was official. President Trump now did come out and he made a post. And if President Trump is actually making a post stating that Charlie Kirk has passed away, it's official. He writes here, the great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me. And now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you. And also right here, he puts out, in honor of Charlie Kirk, a truly great American patriot, I'm ordering all American flags throughout the United States allure to have mass until Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Yeah, when President Trump put that out, acknowledging that Charlie Kirk is now passed, it was official, because the president wouldn't put it out unless it was official. And it is official. I mean, 31 years old, guys. I believe he has, 3 kids, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he started Turning Point USA. He goes on to college campuses and talks to people. That's his job. He's not extreme. Now, the media is going to tell you that he is extreme, but he's not extreme. For one thing, guys, let me pull up this post. I'm kind of I didn't have everything pulled up already, but BS Now, formerly known as MSNBC, um, they put out this propaganda here. Actually, you know what? Where is it at? Where is it at? This is one of the posts right here. Let me share my screen. They actually came out and said it could have been a supporter of him. Listen into this, guys.
In which a shooting like this happens.
Yeah, and again, to emphasize what you just emphasized, we don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about.
Yeah, they actually put that out, folks. They actually put that out. This is supposed to be a news network. This is not a news network at all. And look here, Stephen King, the author, man, the motivation of the man who shot Charlie Kirk isn't clear. Although he's probably mentally unstable, duh. What is clear is it was another example of American gun violence. He was assassinated. And I think it's pretty obvious, folks, this was a left-wing lunatic that shot him. I mean, they tried to kill Trump 3 times already, folks. 3 times. He was a young Christian man. And we know that the left, they hate Christians. They hate us. They hate Christians, man. This is devastating, man. Oh, this is what I was looking for. I did have this up. MSNBC is actually blaming Charlie Kirk for his own death, folks. MSNBC pundit suggests Charlie Kirk to blame for getting shot. Really? Let's watch this.
Which then lead to hateful actions. And I think that's the environment we're in, that people just, you can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Matt,
and that's the unfortunate environment we're in.
Turning Point USA has confirmed that he was shot. And there are a number.
Wow. I guess they thought that Charlie Kirk was so radical, folks, that Charlie Kirk said that, hey, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. Does that actually sound extreme? Does that sound extreme? These people are despicable, man. They're absolutely despicable. Yeah, this comment right here. The left is celebrating as usual. There's no one should be celebrating this. No one should be celebrating. This man had a family. 31 years old, folks. 31. He gave up his life because he believed in God. He believed in conservatism. You don't have to agree with Charlie Kirk. You don't have to. But when you actually try to blame him for his own death, while your network pushes radical left-wing gender ideology on people. Now, there was an arrest that was made. It showed like an older white man, but the police confirmed he wasn't the shooter. Now, the word is Charlie Kirk was shot from 200 yards away, so 2 football fields away. A great distance. And guys, I can't get that image out of my head. I really wish I didn't see that second video. I really wish I didn't see that second video. I mean, everybody is confirming, folks, that Fox News is reporting now. He was actually at a college event. This is what Turning Point USA does. They go to colleges and they talk to people. Sickening, man. Absolutely sickening. There is a left-wing extremism problem here in this country, folks. And I hope that they actually catch whoever does it. They still don't know, as far as I know. I actually have to do some more looking here to see if they have found out any other information on the shooter here. Man, I would be scrolling through X, but I don't want to end up scrolling and running into the clip. Yeah, because right here, man, I could have shared my screen, and then it was the assassination. Man, this is sickening. This is sickening. Let me look at something real quick, guys. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so that wasn't nothing. Oh my goodness! Wait a minute. Is J.B. Pritzker blaming Charlie Kirk for his own death too? There's a clip here. I don't know what he's going to say. Let's play this.
My sympathy to Charlie Kirk's family and to Charlie Kirk, who obviously has, become a target for somebody. I don't know whether it's political violence because I don't know who did it. I know they seem to have somebody in custody. But I will say that political violence, unfortunately, has been ratcheting up in this country. We saw the shootings, the killings in Minnesota. We've seen other political violence occur in other states. And I would just say it's got to stop. And I think there are people who are fomenting it in this country. I think the president's rhetoric often foments it. We've seen the January 6th rioters who clearly, have tripped a new era of political violence.
Wow. Let's be honest, guys. All these political violence attacks, they all come from the left. They're all coming from the left. The guy in Minnesota who shot and killed the I believe she was a Democrat senator and her husband. The guy said he was inspired by Tim Walz. And last time I checked, Tim Walz is a Democrat. A Democrat governor of Minnesota. There's a special kind of evil going on, man, in this country. There's a special kind of evil going on. Man. Got a super chat here. Appreciate the $5, John S. If you cut out a man's tongue, it doesn't prove he's a liar. It proves you fear him. Man. Appreciate that. Man. I think that the media, man, is a lot. Man, they got a lot of blame. A lot of blame. Oh, there's Rhodes, man. He's back now.
Hey, what's going on, man? I turned around. I was like, you know what? Charlie Kirk would be like, get on there and talk. And I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going back home. And I'm
But
getting
I know how
live
you feel,
stream.
man. I was sitting here right at this desk, man, just zoned out. And I had to get up and I went for a walk for like 30 minutes, man. I felt better. That was before we actually knew he passed away, because that was during the time we got those reports that he was unstable.
I got to tell you right now, I don't know who the lunatic is that did this, but if he did this with the thoughts that it was going to tamper down creating any future Charlie Kirks,
It's going to be a lot of Charlie Kirks.
You probably just created 5 million of them.
Because newsflash, Turning Point USA isn't going anywhere. Yeah, he started it. They're not going anywhere.
Can you imagine the amount of people that's going to get involved with that now?
A lot.
I mean, it's going to be, much more than they could possibly fathom or imagine. I reached out to a guy that I had a conversation with just a couple of 3 weeks ago, named John Root. He's got a following on TikTok, pretty big following on Twitter. But he did a lot of work with Turning Point. He knows Charlie. And he just said he was in shock. He couldn't believe it. A lot of people are in shock right now. It's yeah, I had to get out of the house. I was like, nauseated was the first. I mean, I just had this rush of nausea, because at the end of the day, he was out there talking. Okay,
That's all he does.
He was talking to people. He was having conversations, and he got murdered over it. Over
if
having
I'm not
conversations.
mistaken, I believe reports are saying that he was talking about the transgender issue
today, probably.
When the shots are rang out.
He's talked about all kinds of issues. He literally got murdered for calling a woman and a man a man.
Yeah.
You got killed over that.
Yeah.
In the United States of America.
And they also hate him because he was a Christian.
Oh, absolutely.
They hate that he's a Christian.
Christianity is under attack in this country. If people are not aware, you better wake up.
And not only he's a straight white man too. At that, that's a evangelical Christian.
And of course, morons are bringing up gun control. I mean, come on, stop it.
And you know what, man? I gotta say, man, this. Let's say before he even died, this felt worse. Way worse than the Trump assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania. Way worse.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because Charlie Kirk, I mean, presidential assassinations and attempts that happens. I hate to say it almost kind of comes with the territory, because you always got a target on your back.
You're certainly putting yourself at risk, no doubt about it.
Yeah, Reagan got shot. Of course, he didn't die. JFK got assassinated. RFK, he wasn't the president, but he got assassinated. But for a 31-year-old man, I feel so bad for his kids, man. 31 years old. He has little kids.
MSNBC's out there blaming Charlie for this, by the way.
Oh, I already played that clip.
Yeah, I mean, they're blaming Charlie for this divisive conversations. It's the guy's still at large, by the way.
Yeah, we don't know. I told him the guy that they actually had.
It was
older
not
white
the
man,
old,
wasn't him.
It was not the old man that they were. Now, he was losing his mind, but at the same time, you might lose your mind if all of a sudden somebody thinks you shot somebody and you didn't do it. Yeah. So you might lose your mind, right?
Yeah.
There's various angles of the shooting. The up close one, as soon as I saw it, I went, "Oh no!"
Horrifying.
You know, it was that one angle was so shocking, and in my heart of hearts, I just knew. I was like, "Damn, they killed him with that shot."
It was definitely the kill shot. Now, the first shot, I was like, Okay, I couldn't really tell what was going on. To me, it kind of looked like he got shot in the shoulder or something, and it was so blurry. But that blur was the blood gushing out, but you couldn't tell because the camera jumped away so fast.
Let me ask you a question. Is this going to be a transgender?
I
Is
don't
this
know.
going to be another transgender? How many shootings as of late have we ultimately found out was he transgender? A lot of them.
I will say this. I'm willing to bet that you notice something, man. These lefties, the media is always talking about how white men are so dangerous. You notice that when it comes to these political attempts, they're all white men for the most part. Lefties, but still white men.
Let me ask you a question. In the last 4 days, we've seen 2 murders. The temperature in this country has went up 100 degrees all of a sudden.
Yeah, remember Charlie Kirk called out. I don't know if he was the first one to see that extended video of the Ukrainian woman getting murdered. He said it was racial.
He talked about it, posted 3 hours before he got shot from a live stream he had done talking about that.
And Charlie Kirk was right, because when you watch that video clip of the actual act of him stabbing her, he says 2 times, "I got that white girl. I got that white girl." And then there's another clip I played in the video earlier today. And Trump wants the death penalty for him. The guy tells someone on the train that she called him the N-word. And we know that's not true because she never saw him. She never acknowledged him.
Look, I'm going to keep it real. Just because you call somebody the N-word doesn't mean you get to stab them to death.
Exactly.
Sorry, not sorry to anybody out there who disagrees with that. You don't get to get shot in the head or stabbed to death or hacked up or any of that because you got a word you don't like that was thrown at you. And I get it. It's a shitty word, but it's also a word that unfortunately the black community throws around like it's nothing. Yeah. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. They're every day.
But also he was never called that either.
Well, he wasn't never called that, but
then there was a disturbing phone call with his sister that came out. Did you hear about that?
No.
He was on the phone in jail. He said that he was basically saying like the reason why it happened is because like the government put something in his head. Like, I mean, he was deranged.
So he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Well, he was talking about some material that made him do it. It's strange. But that I don't believe that's going to save him. Complete insanity, not going to save this guy, I believe.
It better not. It better not. Shit, you want to see this country? I'm going to tell you, I think there's a chance that this was unfortunately, this was a possible switch that got flipped today. Between everything that's happened the last, look, the Democrats have been very used to us on the right being very passive about everything. Okay,
and that's been a problem. That's why the left isn't getting away with what they've been getting away with.
In other words, we have tried our best. Our belief set, our core belief set is that law and order will triumph. However, you've got too many places where law and order is now corrupt. And it's dirty. And it's filthy. And they lack morals. They're ate up with moral decay. So what happens now? I mean, how in the bleep do we just move on from this? I don't think we move on from this.
No, there's something now I believe is going to change. I don't know what it is. Something is. Something is going to change.
There's I've been seeing more and more. I know, did you see I think it was this past weekend at Ohio State, some of the Ohio State football players led this big religious thing that they had up before the big game, and all the hotshot, I'm talking about players that are going in the NFL draft, were there and talking about their religious beliefs and all that. And there were thousands of students there, celebrating God and this and that. There's been sort of a resurgence among the younger community in God, but there's a fracture.
Oh, yeah.
There's a fracture among some millennials and some boomers that lean left, but there's been too many atheists that's agnostic. I mean, they've all creeped into society. That's nothing but the devil's work coming in. That's and look where this has led. Whether you're a believer or not, what religion always provided people was structure to live moral and high character lives, okay? And to be good people. Even if I don't consider myself to be an overly religious person. My folks wasn't overly religious, but I knew we knew what God was. My aunt and uncle was really religious.
Yeah.
And it provided structure for life, These people, they've taken God away, and the structure has collapsed.
You want to know where we actually collapsed as a country? When they got God out of schools.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's definitely part of it.
I believe I've talked about this in the 1980s when I went to school. In the morning, there was the Pledge of Allegiance to the country. Like,
yep.
You got these lefties now, they hate America. You did the Pledge of Allegiance every morning, and then you said a prayer. And if you didn't want to do it, because we had some Jehovah's Witnesses, in school, they just sat down for the pledge. Okay. But as soon as they got God out of school, and also when they stopped the paddling in schools, that started the downturn.
That's true too. That's true too. Because you went to school with a certain amount of, you had a little slight fear if you got out of line at school.
We were terrified
of
the elementary school principal. Word is she had to let you paddle. I never wanted to go into her office. The fear of God was in our principal.
Our high school principal had previously been a coach. Butch Smith, big black dude. He had a paddle, all right, and he had it custom made. That paddle was legend. All right.
Did it have holes in it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, the one with holes really hurt.
Yeah. We had like 4 teachers that had them with holes in them.
The ones with holes hurt the worst.
Where are you out?
The little skinny ones were pretty bad. The big ones without the holes, they didn't really hurt.
No. He had one that had all the holes in it, had a grip on it, had made a grip on it,
Yep.
So, and only a few select kids that ever gotten lit up, and everybody knew it. A couple of the toughest kids in the school come back to class looking a mess after getting tore up by him. But you're right. It's a lot of things in combination. Like we had the Pledge of Allegiance. They took God out of school. God was still around in school when I was going. It's just
we did a video. What was this, like last year? This is how much we've fallen. I think I put it on this channel. It was a high school guy. He had 2 American flags on his truck. And the school was saying he can't have those on his truck on campus. They said they were, quote unquote, too big. I was like, what the hell is wrong with this country, man?
I remember that. I remember seeing that on Twitter. Yeah. It's nuts. It really is.
Yeah. Bingo right here, man. You're right. Where is it? It jumped on me. The Democrats hate. Yeah. That was a time, man, when Democrats didn't hate God. Now they're just masked off communists now. They hate God.
There's a massive, massive portion of Democrats that are atheists, non-believers, and it's a serious issue.
It's a massive problem, man.
You know, we've normalized lunacy, and that's a major problem. We've normalized lunacy in society. We sort of placated, and the problem is when you start placating, then if you give an inch, you give a mile, and it should be as simple as, and this is what normal thinking people actually believe. And of course, we don't have asylums now, but when we see this transgender thing and we don't boil it down to the lowest level, the lowest level is you're telling me you're a man, but you want to cut your penis off and become a woman. You're a woman, you want to cut your breast off and get a penis attached to your body. If somebody would have said that 30 years ago, they'd have put your ass in a room.
Even 10 years ago.
Maybe 10 years ago. You're right. And we've let that become, oh, they're just different. No, they're disturbed. That's a problem.
Yeah. You want to know how much the Democratic Party is falling? I was listening to Vince over there on Rumble. You know, he took Dan Bongino's spot for him.
Right.
Last week he had on a Democrat from Chicago. Now, if you actually listen to him talking about the violence in Chicago, the man is a Democrat. He hates communism. He hates the progressives. And Vince asked him, he straight up asked him, why are you still a Democrat? Thing is, he's a 1990s style Democrat.
He's a blue dog.
Pretty much a blue dog.
Okay.
Now, he's not agreeing with Trump or anything, but he's a throwback to a dying breed. He's like a Bill Clinton style Democrat. And he was crushing Brandon Johnson in Chicago. But the party, man, I mean, all this just confirms now, man, with the Trump assassination, the transgender school shootings, the guy actually putting like kill Trump on there. That's the core of the Democratic Party now.
They've got to put Trump and J.D. Vance in a protected bubble. They got Trump put himself in harm's way a couple of days ago.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
these activists out there,
right in front of him, right there.
Yeah, yeah. Where was this at?
I don't know, some kind of function. They were in. It looked like they were inside a building, and Hamas was there, and you know, Hamas supporters, blah blah blah. But you can't, in this day and time, you cannot just. We no longer can just assume everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, we really can't. Thank you, Chris, for becoming a channel member. We appreciate that.
I don't speak in public. Luckily, I don't speak in public, but
no.
Have I been threatened more than a damn few times?
In the comments section for me, but when I go out,
I've gotten emails and they've gotten pretty specific in the past.
Yeah, but they're keyboard warriors, really. I mean, I've been recognized out in public, but it's all been positive. It's all been positive in public.
That does occasionally happen, but I mean, I literally get them that have narrowed me down to the city I'm in and the blah, 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 and tying former events to what they're involved with and this and that and the other. I remember I got a couple when I was talking. You remember when I was talking about the black militia?
Oh,
when they were in Louisville. Yeah, I got a.
What were they called? What were they called? The not fucking around crew or something?
Yeah, not fucking around coalition or some shit like that. And I got some pretty specific ones then. Believe it or not, the only other ones I've gotten are from Angel Reese fans of all things.
Wow, Yeah.
But Jason Whitlock made a video the other day, and he said he's getting death threats from Angel Reese fans now.
Yeah.
And he's going to turn. He actually turned them in, I think, to the law enforcement. They got however bad they got.
Getting back to all this violence, man, this is really on the media. They glorified Jacob Blake. And we all know what Jacob Blake was doing. Jacob Blake, in case you guys don't know, black man, he's in a wheelchair now. Why? It's because his ex-girlfriend, called the police. The police came. All right? And I believe they told him he had to leave or something like that because I believe he had a restraining order or something, if I don't remember correctly. That was like 3-4 years ago. And the dude decided to fight the police. The dude had a knife. And then he actually got into a vehicle with the girl's kid. He was going to run away, steal the vehicle and run away. The police shot him. And guess what? He's in a wheelchair. Leftists lost their minds. This is after George Floyd. Mm-hmm. He wasn't a saint. The man was a criminal. A criminal.
That was the son bitch that the NBA went and boycotted.
They lost their minds over that.
Yeah.
And LeBron James too, man. Call out LeBron James' ass. Ma'Khia Bryant. 2 black girls. 2 black girls fighting. Police show up. Police gets out the car. Ma'Khia Bryant, what does she do? She pulls out a long knife and is about to stab the other black girl. What do you think the police are going to do? They shot her dead. He saved the black life. She was about to take a black life. LeBron James says, you're next.
He doxed that cop.
Doxed that cop out.
Yeah. I remember.
There's a white guy. White cop.
It's nuts, but it comes down to, and you're talking about it. Even the media, is part of the normalization process that they've pushed on people.
They want to normalize criminal behavior. They want to normalize alternative lifestyles.
Yeah, to say the least.
Anything that's anti-Christian, anti-West, anti-American values, they embrace it. What person in right mind believes that crime is down? But when you actually ask the people, like in Washington, D.C., they said, we don't feel it. They're going after Trump for cracking down and cleaning up crime in Washington, D.C. He did that. Washington, D.C., as of right now, is safe.
They better get ready because he may do it in Chicago, too.
Oh, he's already doing the ICE raids over there.
Well,
Connor Akers, $5. When specifically did God get removed from schools? That's a good question right there. I want to say God was definitely in schools when I was in elementary school, and even in high school, really, because football games, the whole stadium prayed before a football game.
I'm thinking, at least when I was still.
I want to say it started probably in the late 80s and it got eradicated in the late 90s.
We had it longer because we're in Texas.
Yeah, we're in Texas. Yeah.
I think all the way through my high, I'm older than you actually.
Yeah,
so
you're 2 years older than me.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it was there most of all my life in school.
Yeah. College is different. That's definitely different. That's not the same.
It's tragic. It's tragic. And if people are out there speaking, they better be careful,
Yeah.
And
but even when I was in college, when I was a man, a whole bunch of people were Christians. I mean, that's Louisiana, another part of the Bible Belt too. Uncle Detroit, $3. A little bit of media loves sucking off to criminals. They do. They do. Now you got lefties out there, they're talking about giving their condolences to Charlie Kirk as well.
I think J.B. Pritzker blamed Trump.
Yeah, he did. I played that clip.
Yeah, he blamed Trump.
That clip. And you know what, man? These politicians, man, that's not a hill for them to die on. These Democrats, they can they can play, oh, it's Trump's fault. That's going to backfire. That's going to backfire. Especially whenever we actually find out whoever assassinated Charlie Kirk. I'm still trying to look for more updates here.
Well, it's just like anything. One of the reasons why Trump won is because slowly but surely Trump was siphoning off votes from the middle and the center left. He was siphoning those votes back to our side. And when they tried to kill him,
look at this bullshit
he got a
from
bunch
Barack
of
Obama. Look at this bullshit from Barack Obama. We don't know yet what motivated the person who shot and killed Charlie Kirk, but this kind of despicable violence has no place in our democracy. Michelle and I will be praying for Charlie's family tonight, especially his wife Erica and their 2 young children. We don't know yet what motivate. Come on, man. Barack Obama thinks we're dummies. This was politics.
Sure.
Politics.
Sure. Charlie Kirk was out there speaking out against lifestyles that you did not even support 20 years ago, Obama.
Yeah. Actually, nobody really knew what a transgender was, really, till Barack Obama decided, you know what? Let me try to get him into the bathrooms. Remember at the end of his second term? I was like, wait a minute, what?
You see that? It all started with Obama. And I think some of that wasn't from Obama himself, but from the influences on that party behind the scenes. Because we've talked about this before. Neither him or Hillary supported gay marriage when they were originally running. You know? Which seems...
But look how that started. I remember when they passed gay marriage, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This ain't right.
Yeah.
This ain't right. And look what happened since then. Oh, they just want to be married. And then the indoctrination started. Right after that. This whole phenomenon with pushing woke gender ideology in school, that's only like in the last 8-9 years.
You remember when they tried to tell us all we want is to be able to marry who we love? That's where this started, by the way. That's where this started. Next thing we know, we look up, we got grown-ass men in the streets with kids on the side of the streets, and they're walking down the road with their penises hanging out in fucking parades.
No.
Come on, let's see it.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
Let's see it.
Democrats, man. Look at this. Rep. Lauren Boebert requests a moment of prayer for Charlie Kirk. Democrats shout no and have a meltdown.
What?
What purpose did the gentlelady from Colorado rise? Let's wait a minute. The House will be in order. 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 We will join prayer right after this, okay? What?
Wow. That demon straight from hell. I said it.
Wow.
The whole damn party. You're a bunch of demons straight from hell.
Told you, man, they don't like God. They don't like God.
No good sons of bitches. Wow.
The Democrats are evil, man.
Man,
if you still voting Democrat, man, why? I'm not saying Republicans are your answer, but Democrats sure as hell are not your answer.
at some point we got to just say, you know what? Can't coexist. Gonna have to homeschool my children. Got to get them out of schools. Got to get them away. Unfortunately, your Democrat friends that you got, I thought we could all try to get along. You sons of bitches, it went crazy. So at what point do we have to we got to course correct. All right. We have to course correct. They don't share any ideals with you.
None.
They don't. You voted for
None at
Trump.
all.
You might as well die, as far as they're concerned. You're evil. You're a Nazi. They lack morals in the appropriate places. They want to have sympathy for individuals that don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jay-Z, $10. Today is 9/10. Tomorrow's 9/11. That's right. 9/11.
Sure is. Wow.
I'll always remember these 2 days of horrific events and where I was. Rip Charlie. Yeah. 9/11, man. I'm not saying that Charlie Kirk matches what happened on 9/11. I'm not saying this. I was actually in the Navy when it happened. I knew exactly where I was, what I was doing. I'll never forget that. It was my last day of mess duty because everybody in the Navy, when you're a lower ranked sailor, you got to do 90 days of mess duty. I just got finished. And I was on the fantail of the ship and got word that the World Trade Centers got hit. And I was actually on Pier Watch. Because back in those days when you did Pier Watch for 9/11, yeah, you had 9mm, but you were in your dress whites and you didn't have a bullet in a chamber. You had the bullets, but not in the chamber. That night, full metal jacket, man. You talking about armor, 9mm in the chamber, 12-gauge shotgun, everything. It was just crazy. Holly Medici for $2. The Democratic Party has been evil from the start. Well, they're just full on mass off communists now. Now, there's been, I want to be fair, though, about the Democrats. Okay. Not every Democrat used to hate America. Yeah, they're the party of racism, but look at JFK. JFK wasn't a racist. Those JFK Democrats, these Bill Clinton style Democrats, they're almost non-existent. They're almost non-existent, man. Even Jimmy Carter, who was a horrible president. No doubt, man, the man was a Christian.
I was going to say, a lot of Democrats back in the day still had the influence of God on them.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal, right? Now, today's Democrats has been influenced by the media, the lack of God in everything. Universities and higher education has been a
massive problem.
Massive conveyor belt of radical ideas that has influenced everything. But we need to recognize, before we go too much further, we need to recognize and understand the impact that Charlie Kirk had.
He did.
Because the amount of conservative influence he was able to reach and put on young people.
Yes, he was key to getting young people.
Does not get elected without Charlie Kirk. Believe that. Believe it.
Yep.
Charlie Kirk got an influence on a lot of young people that may not have voted for Trump ever. And they found his message, they gravitated towards it, and they listened to him. The way he talked, what he was saying resonated. When you've got thousands of students coming out to listen to you at these the very universities we're talking about,
yeah,
you've made a real influence.
Mm-hmm.
You've made a real influence. It got him killed, by the way.
I want to talk about this. Bill Clinton is evil. I don't know how old you are, but you have to remember Bill Clinton in the 90s. Bill Clinton in the 90s.
He was a dude.
He looks like a far right lunatic.
He
compared
does.
to these guys today.
He does.
Bill
Yeah.
Clinton was tough on crime.
People don't remember
that crime
Yeah.
bill, man. Remember, Joe Biden, man, didn't used to be soft on crime. He wrote the 94 crime bill. Bill Clinton signed it into law.
The Epstein thing has put Bill in a different light.
In a different light.
But before we knew about that, the Bill Clinton that most, I mean, yeah, he was a Democrat, this, that. He was a classic liberal.
But I said he was kind of center right Democrat.
A lot of people voted for Bill.
Yeah, a lot of people did. He won Louisiana. He won Arkansas. He was he wasn't a left-wing lunatic on his policy. He actually balanced the budget. He actually worked with Newt Gingrich.
I know for an absolute fact that there are Trump supporters I know right here in very, not red, but maroon East Texas. All right, maroon, not red, maroon East Texas, brick red East Texas that voted for
Bill Clinton
and voted for Trump in the last election. I
because
promise.
they were right next to Arkansas and they were right next to Louisiana that voted for Bill Clinton.
That's right. That's right.
And a lot of Obama. See, Obama alienated traditional Democrat voters, and those people went to Trump.
It was I'm going to tell you, he lost a lot of people during his second running.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obama. Yeah.
But also,
Obama.
This is another thing about Bill Clinton. He did not help Kamala Harris at all. You saw the stuff he was actually saying about illegal immigrants. It was the same old Bill Clinton from the 90s. He was saying the stuff he was saying in the 90s. And I was like, oh, he ain't helping her. Would you let your daughter work for Bill Clinton? No.
Not now. Not now. No.
No.
Not now. No. But before Monica and all that stuff, nobody would have known better. He was a different kind of cat, you know? And people are having revisionist history on how unbelievably popular Bill Clinton was across the board with a lot of folks.
I think when he left office, he was like in the 60s in approval rating. I think, now I take the approval rating for what it is, but I think he was in the 60s. And another thing is George Bush. I'm talking about George H.W. Bush. He's the reason why Bill Clinton came in, man, because H.W. Bush alienated a bunch of conservatives. He really, really messed up big time. And that's when Ross Perot came in and he split the vote.
Right.
And that's how we got Bill Clinton.
My folks voted for Ross. I remember that.
Ross, H.W. Bush was from Texas and Ross Perot was from Texas too. And a whole bunch of people in Texas voted for Ross Perot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even though George H.W. Bush still won Texas. But he won Texas by only like 4 points or so because of the split tickets. Look here. GZ Carr says I voted for Ross Perot.
Yep.
I was too young.
I know for
the first
a fact.
Time anyway.
My mother and father voted for him. My best friend's parents voted for him. Most people I can remember that we knew here in East Texas voted for Ross.
Yeah, East Texas voted for they voted like Arkansas and Louisiana since they were right next to it.
Because, I can remember my dad. Of course, my dad had a way with words. But my dad, he was just like, they're all a bunch of liars. We're going to vote for something different this time. And that's considering we had Bush. And my father was this I'm going to tell you how much my dad lost some faith in the Republican Party. My dad worshiped Ronald Reagan. He loved him. He thought the sun rose and set because my dad was at an age, 91 years old. He came up with Ronald Reagan being an actor and all this, ran for president. My dad was like, you got my vote. And by the time he got done with Bush, He was like, I'm voting for Ross.
Look at this despicable post right here.
Oh, we're going to see a lot. I done seen a lot of them on Twitter.
Look at this. I don't know
I've
who this
seen a lot
is.
of 'em.
Simbury Dems. Charlie Kirk, who advocates for guns everywhere, got exactly what he deserves. Wow.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of that. You're getting a lot of that.
Oh, I was thinking this. We were just talking about Charlie Kirk helping Trump. I remember this. This clip right here, I believe, is from when Trump won the election. Man. Wow. Wow. I'm trying to find and see if they have any word on any suspects. And you know what? When I was on social media earlier, I mean, not social media, just on the internet earlier, everybody was covering it. CNN, MSNBC, they couldn't avoid that. They cannot avoid that. And flags are going to be at half mast too till Sunday. Oh, man. Man, this time of the year, man.
It's in our very nature to try to let law and order prevail. It's in our core belief set. We're not the radical left, and that's what separates us. It's not. I do think there's a point. There's a point eventually that I don't know if it's now. I think it could be now, where you're going to see some things change.
I don't know what, but something has to change.
At some point, people have to punch back. At some point.
Here's the thing, man. Leftists are not going to back down. They're not going to back down. You can't negotiate with these people. You can't bargain with these people. They can't be reasoned with.
Can I be frank here?
Go ahead.
Real frank. They better back down because they're a bunch of pussies and we'll steamroll their ass if we ever take a mind to it. Just being honest. That's a fight.
You know what though? I think the media
that's a fight that they're not going to come out the other side of. Period.
I think the media
if it ever happens.
I think they really want a right-wing lunatic to take out a leftist. And then they can run with it. But when it comes to assassination attempts on Trump, not a winning issue for the left. Charlie Kirk getting assassinated, not a winning issue for the left. These transgender school shooters, not a winning issue for the left. These illegal aliens killing Americans, not a winning issue for the left. They're losing on every single major issue.
I'm going to keep it real with Derek. You call Democrats radical for things like asking police officers to not beat us to death at traffic stops. Look, Derek.
That ain't happening.
Until you quit blowing the brains out of your brothers, shut the fuck up.
We know that there's not a mass problem of police officers beating up people.
I'm sorry, but
it's rare.
Blacks are killing each other at gargantuan rates.
I will say this. Remember those black police officers in Memphis? Was that Tyrese Nichols? They beat the hell out of him. And those black police officers, everybody was black, I believe. They got off. They let him go. And they were beating him badly.
I mean, I don't get it. Your anger's displaced. It's in all the wrong places. You're killing yourselves. You're killing yourselves with fatherless homes. The black community is go look at the rates of black on black crime and the rates of actual police officers that have actually murdered. If you can find one that's actually murdered a black person or actually murdered anybody else, just murdered them. The rates, the percentages, I promise you, are staggeringly different. Derek, you're worried about all the wrong shit.
And the percentage of black kids that have fathers, a despicable 25%. Absolutely despicable.
Look, and this sumbitch got the nerve to talk about misinformation.
What misinformation did he spread? That a man is a man and a woman is a woman?
Hell, that's fact. That's as fact as you can get.
That a man can't be a woman and a woman can't be a man? That's fact. We got a super chat here. Jay-Z, $5. John, I was first responder on 9/11. What I saw was pure horror. I watched Trump getting shot, but Charlie died too young. I'll never forget that. Yeah, I won't either, man. I'm telling you, man, watching that second video, gruesome. I actually reposted, then I decided to delete it, man. I just didn't want to see it again. I didn't want to see it again. It was just too gruesome.
These folks are crazy. In here talking about skin color. Yeah, you're the one that brought up skin color in the police. I mean, honestly.
You know what I was thinking, man?
I mean, that's nuts.
When a report came down that Charlie Kirk was stable, you know what I was thinking? In a way, they were probably stabilizing him till his family got there. That's what I'm thinking. They probably knew. Something's telling me he probably died right there, even though reports saying that he was still alive. Were you kind of thinking that too?
Do you so? I had a theory when they said he was still alive that they did that.
Wait a minute, Roach, you froze.
I don't know that they would have had time to have gotten his family around. What's wrong?
That's some weird music coming. Like you froze, and then there was music coming from outside. I was like, "What is that?" I don't know.
What you got going on over there, man?
I don't know.
They're trying to shut us down. They're coming for us.
I'm looking at my camera. I don't know.
Uh-oh. He's getting Ring doorbell out for real. Gotcha.
Nah. That's nobody. It could have been somebody driving by or something.
That's funny.
I don't know.
I thought the reason they said he was still alive or was talking about him still being alive was family related. Because when I saw the shot, I figured he was dead within 5 minutes is what I really thought.
If not faster.
If not faster.
Because that was the jugular, man. You really can't stop the bleeding on that.
Right. So, and there's, because they said he made it to the hospital. I know I heard that he actually made it to the hospital. Now, the hospital could have been 2 minutes away for all we know.
Well,
but
look at this also. When JFK was assassinated, he was quote unquote alive at the hospital, but we all knew he was dead in the car because there was brain matter everywhere. He wasn't alive.
Yeah.
And plus, also, you got to wait for like a justice of the peace come in, say, all right, time of death. The person had already died. Yeah, Glenn Beck did mention he was stable. I did hear that too. I mean, maybe I'm just speculating. Not really. I don't know.
I'm gonna pull one out of Jeremy's book. If you come in here running your mouth about Charlie Kirk, I'm gonna ban your ass and kick your ass out. We got a man that's dead. You can go fuck yourself. Get right out of this chat.
So you just banned somebody, huh?
I damn sure did.
Okay, because I didn't even see what they said. So
yeah, you ain't gonna disrespect the dead like that. Man just lost his life. He's got a baby at home. No,
his little kids won't.
Yeah,
grow up with their father.
There ain't no way. That's crazy.
Man.
That's crazy. I feel terrible. I feel terrible for the wife and the kids. God, I mean they're the oldest kid. I don't know will have just a whole lot of recollection of their dad either. You know, yeah, guys, and I don't believe in banning people.
Wait a minute.
That I'm not going to tolerate.
I think we may have some video. Let me look at it first to make sure it's not.
Okay. Did they catch the dude, or is it something else?
No, Liv's TikTok. I can play this here. Liv's a TikTok put this out here. Says this appears to be the building where the shooter shot Charlie from. You can see someone on the roof before the shooting.
Oh.
Getting right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that.
Shit,
right.
That's him.
So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying. He just ran from over, where's my finger? Well, from over there, ran in.
They ran?
Now he's right there. Just
saying,
go back. Just up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying. He just ran from over, where's my finger? Well, from over there, ran in. And now he's right there. Just saying. Just.
Wow.
Oh, okay. So if it doesn't turn out to be, well, actually, it could be trans and Antifa, right? What do they call it? Trans-Tifa or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Turning Point USA officially put out a statement here.
Okay.
It is with a heavy heart that we confirm that Charles James Kirk has been murdered by a gunshot that took place during Turning Point USA's The American Combat Tour campus event at Utah Valley University on September 10, 2025. May he be received into the merciful arms of our loving Savior who suffered and died for Charlie. We ask that everyone keep his family and loved ones in your prayers. We ask that you please respect their privacy and dignity at this time. Man. Wow. So they put that out. So
this is crazy. Even the, I talk about the Indiana Fever a lot. Even the Indiana Fever fandom has now went to war over this. Because a lot of WNBA fans are leftists, obviously.
Yeah, what they put
we
up?
know that. Well, one of the people that interacts with us on the other sports channel said the amount of people I follow in the Fever fan club celebrating this is sick. Disappointed in y'all, soulless, and a bunch of people down through here are like, yeah, I've had to block a bunch of people. So I guess Indiana Fever fans are celebrating his death, quite a few of them. That's crazy as hell.
Look at this.
That's crazy.
Retard founder posts this. Leftist, well, at least this one guy, piece of shit laughs about the tragic death of Charlie Kirk.
I swear I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about this news. I'm not happy about this news. It's so unfortunate. The message to the great idea, wrong target. No, but seriously.
Nah, fuck this guy. I ain't gonna listen to him.
Yeah, we got some problems. Our country's got some problems.
Real problems.
Real problems. Wow. Man, my dogs are probably thinking they're never going to the bathroom.
Yeah. We can go ahead and wrap it up, man. I mean, I'm not.
I normally take them about 4. So
What time is it now?
they're crossing their
it's about
crossing their
5:15.
paws.
It's about 5:15. Oh, man. Awful news, guys. Awful news.
All we can do is pray for his family at this point. And look, everybody in the chat, anybody that sees this later, keep your head on a swivel. I mean, you're going to have to now.
Yeah.
One eye out, always.
Yep. All right, guys. Man, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, man, with a sit day, man. Sit day that sit people in this country. Boy. All right, Rhodes. Yeah, a lot of them. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for the super chats. We appreciate it. Peace. We're out.
Till next time.